A Christian's perseverance leads to something else that is significant according to Christ. Christ will keep the church from the hour of testing, that hour which is about to come upon the whole world. The phrase whole world is not necessarily to be taken in a literal sense, but in the New Testament, it has more of a localized sense. For example, in Luke 2:1, the phrase refers to Palestine only, while in Acts 11:28, this phrase refers to a wider region. When we turn to Revelation 12:9 and Revelation 16:14, we see this phrase, yet it has a more universal sense. This testing could therefore refer to a localized trial either in Philadelphia, Asia Minor, or more generally in the Roman Empire, which makes the most sense since Jesus is speaking directly to the Philadelphians and assuring them that they would experience it and be kept through it. If we take the whole world literally, the reference would be to the final period of testing or trials leading up to the return of Christ, which is how many in the church see it. This part of Revelation 3 is the proof text for many in the church as they contend for the doctrine of the pre-tribulation rapture. As much as I would love to be secretly raptured out of this dump, I just don't see it that way. I believe Christ is speaking here primarily of spiritual rather than physical protection. Nowhere in Revelation are believers promised immunity from physical suffering. Instead, the letters to the churches make it clear that believers are to expect it. We must also recognize that the words spoken by Jesus here are the same words he used in John 17:15, the only other place in the New Testament where the Greek phrase terioik occurs. There in the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus prayed, "I do not ask that you, the Father, take them out of the world, but to keep them from the evil one." In John 16:33, Jesus promises believers peace in the midst of certain tribulation. According to Jesus, believers will endure physical suffering, but will be kept spiritually safe through it. We are saved through it, not out of it. Therefore, I confidently say this verse does not speak of the physical rapture before the beginning of the coming great tribulation. It refers to Christ's protection through the end time last days tribulation, which already started in the first century and would become worse as the final end nears. Spiritual protection of Christians as they go through tribulation is evident also from the likely allusion from Daniel 12:1 and Daniel 12:10, where that hour is immediately described as that day of tribulation when many are tested and sanctified and sinners sin. To me, this suggests that the testing of Revelation 3:10 has a double effect of purifying and strengthening believers, but of being at the same time a divine punishment. Revelation 7:14 only backs up this logic, where we see the saints are depicted as coming out of the great tribulation and wearing white robes. Constantly, the scriptures challenge believers to endure. Endure for how long? Until the end. Until the end of what? Until the last day when Jesus returns to judge the wicked and establish his eternal kingdom. So until then, we hold on.